guys, it's Vanessa. Wanted to share my super duper fancy menu that we've got rocking here at the Gables house tonight. Hot dogs and pierogies. So you might think that everything that goes down here is all fancy pants and so forth. Totally not. So Mama was taking the day off. We're not doing a whole lot of cooking. In fact, I think Caitlin just ate lunch about an hour ago. It was piece toast. That's how we're rolling today. So I did observe Waffle Day. So if you saw that, it is International or National Waffle Day. So I made some waffle sticks earlier, so they were delightful. But yeah, we're just doing our thing here today. So we've got these pierogies in the freezer. I don't even know when I bought these. I must have stocked up at some point, but I'm like, I don't know about you. I'm not a huge fan of cooking them all in the and all of that oil and butter and all of that fun stuff. So I thought we're just going to make it in the air fryer today. So we're making the hot dogs and the pierogies in the air fryer. So we'll see how this is going to happen, right? So what I've got going on here, I just put my hot dogs right on the tray. Don't judge me here. I actually, what are these? These are the jumbo franks made with chicken and pork. This is terrible. The all beef ones, I don't like them. I like the random pig parts. I don't know what's in here, but I really like the flavor better. So we're going to use these. Just toss these inside. Now we don't have to spray the hot dogs because whatever juices that are in there is just going to make it so we don't have to put any sort of spray on. Don't ask what the juices are, all right? Remember, no judgment tonight. So what we have here is I just put about 9 pierogies out. I'm going to have to do another batch because we're bigger eaters than that. But I figured we'll just at least get a few started. I don't even know how we're going to do this. So I've got my kitchen spritzer here. I had to put a little bit of oil in. It was starting to get low. Guys, if you don't have this, my favorite thing in the universe, I have 2 of them because we use them so much, all right? So you can put any sort of oil in here. You can put your, just lost my train of thought. Salad dressings in here, vinaigrettes, whatever. You're going to use way less of it on there. This one doesn't work quite as well as my other one. I feel like I need to clean this one. It sprays more into a stream. The other one sprays the way that it's supposed to. But I'm just lazy, so we're getting the stream out of this one right now. Okay, so I just sprayed some of these. We'll put this in here. Didn't actually say which racks to put them in, so I'll just put it on the top one and the lower one. There's also a middle. But I'm going to set this to air fry. So I'm going to talk about this in just a minute. I'll turn it around here so you can see. So let me turn the dial here to air fry. It's already set at 400 degrees. So once you have that done, you just click start. It's going to change the time here. And I'm actually going to set this at about 8 minutes. Okay, so at 8 minutes, what's going to happen here? We've got 2 things going on with 2 different times. So the hot dogs actually take 8 minutes. So at 4 minutes, it's going to beep for me to flip them. I'm not going to do that, but it's going to kind of keep my mind moving. Okay, so I see Amy is doing hot dogs and tater tots too. Tots are my favorite. Love, love, love them, but pierogies are Kyler's favorite, so I guess we'll give him some time today, okay? So let's talk about this air fryer quick. This is probably way bigger than the air fryer that you might have had in your own kitchen for a while. I always held off because we're huge eaters in our family, and I'm like, I don't know how a little basket's going to feed all of us. So you saw I have 2 trays there. We can do lots of different things. I did not pull out the basket, but it also has a basket that you can make fresh cut French fries or even those tots, Amy. Throw them in there and it's just going to keep crisping them and doing them. You can make your own potatoes at home. So, you know, when I was at the grocery store the other day, a lot of the frozen stuff was gone, particularly like the vegetables and stuff. But you can go to the produce section, buy yourself some potatoes, do them right in here. Or you can even make them healthy with sweet potatoes. So with then you can also do a rotisserie. So get a roast, you can get a pork loin. What else was I thinking? Like a roaster chicken. And you can just do your own thing right on there. It's going to twirl just like you're at, I don't want to say convenience store. I'm trying to think, where do you see them going all around at? So you can do a rotisserie. You can use it to reheat food. Caitlin made her toast in this today, so we got rid of our toaster. It was actually just getting annoying on the counter space. Our kitchen is small, so this thing can do it all. You can reheat in it. You can bake, roast, dehydrate. So I've seen lots of people dehydrating their meats to make like jerky or fruits, different things like that. But honestly, the thing that I use this for the most, now I do use the air fry too. So this morning when I did my waffle sticks, I didn't bake them long enough and as high of a temperature as I think that I should have. So the first batch was a little bit underdone. So I just threw them in the air fryer for a few minutes and they were fine. So I use that a lot, but the thing that I love the most is the bake setting. I can bake anything in there, and it has cut my time into half or so because it takes no preheat time. Okay, so how fantastic is that? So you could do like a cake. I did sticky buns in there the other day. It was fantastic. Okay, so a lot of our products actually fit in there. I used the quick cooker fluted pan. That works. Some of our mini like layering cake pan sets, they fit in there too. Of course, our toaster oven pan. Oh my gosh, you got so much versatility with that. So you can be crazy, and you don't have to worry about heating up your big oven. This is going to come in huge handy, like during the summertime when it's hot outside. Nobody wants that oven running, right? So it'll save us electricity costs too. So I only put 6 hot dogs in there because I got one person in this house and I don't like my hot dogs like that. I want mine in the microwave. I'm getting an eyeball from that person. I won't tell you who it is. So so that person wants them in the microwave, okay? So I pulled out the small ridged baker. This thing is fantastic for easy things in your microwave. I use this a lot for bacon. Oh, let me give this a quick, actually I don't think I need to flip anything, so I just need to wait for like 1 more minute and then I'll do the flip. So I use bacon in here. You can just put your bacon strips all across. Make sure that you have something on the top, like a piece of parchment paper or paper towel or something, because you don't want anything to shoot out and kind of make a mess. But I like this because as your bacon is cooking, it's going to drip the grease right down inside the wells, so you're not going to have it in your food. So it makes it a little bit healthier too, right? You can use this in the oven and in the microwave. So if you don't believe me and you don't want to do your bacon in your microwave, just pop it in here and throw it in the inside your oven. Totally works. I've used this for loaded baked potato bites. So I'll chop potatoes in half. You can kind of make them into like twice baked potatoes. Kind of mix them up with some different things. Toss them in your microwave or in your oven, and they're going to be absolutely delightful. I really like doing them in there. We do our baked potatoes in this a lot, and no fuss, no muss, doesn't heat your house up during the summer. Not having a problem with that now, right? So we have that going on. Let me just switch these around really quick. Just trade the trays. It does beep halfway through. Okay. And then when it beeps, it automatically starts back up. So when it beeps again, we're actually going to put the buns in there too. Okay? So the next thing that we have going on is our onions. So this is the onion that made me cry the other night. So I'm not taking any chances cutting this thing by hand. All right? So I've got the manual food processor. We also have the food chopper. So the difference in between this is for more of like solid things. Things that aren't really messy. So like carrots or celery, onions. Some people chop up chicken breast with these. Lots of different ideas. Now you can cut in the base with this. It's a silicone base, or you can actually just use a cutting mat. So either one works. I prefer to actually use the base. And here's a fun trick. So I think a kid taught me this at one of my parties. So if you, I'm doing it wrong. Okay, so after you're done like chopping your things, and P.S. if you have aggression issues, this is the product for you, because you get home from work and you're like, bam, bam, bam. You just pound all your stuff out quick, right? Just be careful though, because this can crack. If it does, we have replacement parts. You don't have to do the whole thing. So after you're done chopping things, if you just take this, just unscrew this and take this out, look at that. You have like your own little bowl. So you can just dip it in there or just pour it out and you're good to go. Obviously there's not a lid to store it, but I don't know. A kid taught me that. I'm like, oh, that's pretty handy. That's way easier than trying to pick through things another way. So it just fits together right, like there's some holes in there. It just fits all right together. It's a lot easier when I'm not in the screen, and it locks up. So we have the manual food processor. This is good for your softer things like tomatoes. You can do guacamole in this, salsa, egg salad. There's only 3 pieces to this, so it's easy not to lose anything. You just pump, 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 pump. You can see how fine or how chunky everything is right inside here. And look, I'm not crying. That's a big deal after last night's episode, or whenever that was. So if you have a picky eater in your house, you need to get this because you can hide ingredients from them. So, true story, my husband hates green peppers. I use them all the time in everything. So my pasta salad, after I watched him painstakingly pick all of them out that I had put in before, I thought, I'm going to do this differently. So I put my green peppers in here, chopped them up real nice and fine, served him the pasta salad, and he goes, oh, it tastes really good this time. What'd you do different? I'm like, you're eating the things that you usually pick out. So they don't know what they're going to like or not like till you hide it from them and make them eat it, right? That's what you got to do. So let me just give this another quick punch. All right, so I've got my onions all chopped up there, no tears. Let me pull this over here. And everything is going to kind of be done around the same time. Here's the microwave grips. Don't have these, got to get them. They also work for lips. All right. So let me just put these on buns. Now, normally I don't bake my buns or do anything with them, but I'll be honest with you. I bought these during the great scare of things not being in the grocery store, so they're starting to get a little bit So I could make them into like croutons or do something like that, but really I had hot dogs too and they all got to go. So we're just going to open these up, put one on each. I'm kind of excited to see how this is going to turn out because I never really do anything like this. It might taste like a gourmet hot dog. I'm pretty sure there are such things like that. I'm not going to put onions on anybody's. I'm going to let them do themselves. Let me pop these on there. So I guess if you have stale ones or ones that are on the verge, throw them into this recipe, right? Okay, so, whew, that is hot. So this is why I don't cook on the real grill, because I have a hard time remembering that the metal is hot. I always burn myself. Okay, so I'm going to just throw this in here. I've got 2 random hot dogs. Hopefully they don't roll off, because I know my dog will be here in a hot second waiting for those. So I'm just going to put this in for 2, if I can find the slot, 2 minutes. Turn it back on to air fry. 2 minutes. Oh! All right, I have cheese too. I was going to throw some cheese on, but I'll put that on a little bit later. So I hand grated some cheese, super easy peasy, and that's my meal. So I love this air fryer. Like I said, I've been doing so much with it. Caitlin and I were discussing some things that we might be making either tonight or tomorrow night. We were talking about some hand pies. I also have some deep fried Oreos, minus all of the deep frying part. They're a little bit healthier, so you can eat more, right? But oh my word, I could just make anything. But if you're trying to eat healthier, certainly do some roast veggies in here. You can do I love potatoes and Brussels sprouts and onions and different things like that. Season them up, put some oil on, and toss them in there. And it's going to be something that's much healthier than this meal that we're eating tonight, but it's going to be super delightful. Okay? So if you have a favorite air fryer recipe, I would love for you to post it because we're making like everything in this, okay? So let me see when this comes out. I just want to take it for a spin. I'm not actually going to put those microwave ones in yet because I'm a little bit nervous about flipping a breaker these days. So this should be just about done, and I'm going to put the cheese right in there. Let me pull it out here. So the recipe that I looked at to get this idea said that you could put slits on the hot dogs if you wanted. I don't know. If you want it to look like you grilled it yourself, you can totally do that. I wasn't obviously that concerned. So let me just pull this out here. And so here are the pierogies. I'm going to throw another batch in. And here are our hot dogs. How delightful is that? Definitely not healthy. I'm pretty sure my Weight Watcher friends are going to be messaging me later saying I saw what you ate. It's okay. We can't all be healthy all the time, right? So I hope this gave you guys some ideas. Happy quarantining, and I hope you guys are staying healthy and safe. We'll talk to you soon.